So earlier today, guys, I was in for a huge shock. The producers at Electroheads told me I had £1,500 budget and him £500 budget to spend on an electric bike within the Electroheads marketplace. Now, the purpose of this was to see who could get the best bang for their buck. Moja, take it away.
I've chosen the Windgoo B20, which is a very miniature electric bike, a little small for me, but it comes in at £480, and that's kind of a guide for what you're going to get for that amount of money. On the other side, Wash has got the Estarli E28, which comes in at £1,550, and for that you'd expect a bit more luxury, a bit higher grade features. When you're looking out for an electric bike, there's a lot out there, it's overwhelming, so this video should give you an idea of what you get for that budget. First up is the tiny Windgoo B20. It's a folding electric bike with a 20-mile range, a 250-watt rear hub motor, and a 15-mile-an-hour top speed.
I was really thinking this might just be on the small side, Moja. I'm only 5'9". I think for me it just about works. But one thing I am a big fan of is the placement of the battery. It's right at the back, and what that allows is good weight distribution. So anytime I'm going over little humps and speed bumps on the road, I'm pretty balanced. Do you know what I'm saying? Also, the placement, when you're folding it, it makes it a lot easier to fold. The pro of having smaller wheels such as these is that it gives you the freedom. You're nimble, you're lightweight, you're able to go through the obstacles that London presents to you very, very easily, as we're illustrating right here. Drawback is, of course, you're less secure, you're less stable, there's less traction on the road. So that's also a con to look out for, isn't it?
If you want to be cruising around London, you want something that you can take on the underground, that you can fit into your bedroom and fold up nicely and even stick under your desk at work, this is the kind of bike that comes in at a really low price point and allows you to achieve all of that in one go. It does have 14-inch wheels on the front and rear with mechanical disc brakes, which is a bit of a step up from what you get on a Brompton. Bear in mind, if you were to buy a Brompton that was spec'd like this with the same battery and the same capability, you'd probably pay 3 to 4 times the price. But the Windgoo, China style, you know, it's coming in entry-level componentry, but delivers everything you need to sort of function as a commuter in town. I'm feeling a little overdressed for the occasion and a bit like a clown on a little mini bike. For an e-bike in the range of £500, this comes with a lot of features. It's foldable, it's got lights on the front and rear, it's comfortable, it's got small wheels, you know, it's a real usable vehicle for getting around town. Beep beep. Next up is the Estarli E28. All built onto an aluminium frame, it has a 250-watt rear hub motor, a pack with 40 miles made from Samsung batteries, it has Shimano componentry, 28-inch wheels, and it weighs in at 16.5 kilograms.
It really does a great job of blending in. I mean, not in terms of the color, that's a bit out there. But what's really inconspicuous is like the rear hub motor, like you'd barely notice it if you didn't know about that, right? It's actually a very nice ride. Everything is just perfect. I mean, the handlebars are just making it super, super comfy. It's great for turning, and I'd actually consider putting my money towards this, mate. So, honestly, very good.
First off, I think the aluminium frame is really nice. It houses the battery down here all the way, which is quite elegant. You can't even really tell it's an e-bike until you spot the hub motor on the back, which, you know, looks like it could be something else. Then you got the componentry. I really like the use of the Shimano Altus componentry on the gear system. Feels really smooth. And then you've got some mechanical disc brakes, which seem to perform quite well. One of my favorite things is this display is integrated into the handlebars, which is really neat. Another element that makes it look less like an e-bike and just like a bike. Plus, like, the way that this thing kicks in is so instantaneous. There isn't a delay like most e-bikes where you pedal and then it starts to come. Weight-wise, this bike is 16.5 kilos. Now, the Windgoo B20 was 21 kilos for a bike that looks about half the size. So 16.5 kilos is a major achievement, I think, because that is carryable. If I was to live in a second floor apartment, you don't want to do 20 kilos, but like that, I think, you know, I'll go up the stairs daily with that and not be pissed off at the end of it.
In terms of comparison between this and the Windgoo, like the Windgoo, it's a lot smaller, so I don't feel as stable. I can tell that the components are much cheaper, and this really is like a much higher set. The posture is a lot more upright, so I just feel I feel like I could tackle turnings a lot more confidently. And that's down to how it's built, the design, right? And that's what you're getting with your money. Better design.
Why would you spend 1,500 quid as opposed to 500 quid on a more simple, small electric bike like the Windgoo? Personally, I don't like to rely on public transport. I don't like going on the train. So I want a bike that's going to take me 10 miles across London, 10 miles back if needed. And I want to feel comfortable and safe on that bike. So I would pick a proper bike like this.
So that concludes it. After an afternoon's worth of riding, it's abundantly clear to me why there's a £1,000 gulf within price between these two electric bikes. Starting with the Windgoo B20. It's very, very appealing to me as a new rider. It's got a very, very small, lightweight frame with useful folding mechanism, which allows you, for example, to get on the train. This is very important for me as an urban adventurer who requires to be nimble and reactive to everyday life within the big smoke, right? On the Estarli E28 now, it's a much more refined look. When I was riding on the roads, I had the sense of control through the gears and the pedal assists that gave to me. Also, the superior tire diameter, being 28-inch tires, gave me that feeling of freedom and traction and being in control of one's own destiny. So if I had a bit more money to shell out, I'd probably go for that assurance that this ride brings. So guys, we hope that makes your journey of buying your dream electric bike just a little bit more easier. Do remember, check out the Electroheads marketplace. See for yourself. Do your own research. Our job is to hopefully make that a bit easier for you. So guys, thank you ever so much for watching, and we'll be seeing you guys very, very soon, won't we?